Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Somebody is. I'm over here. I'm over here squirming. Okay. Um. Something is going on. Okay. For those of you that are currently challenging traditions, you are trying to live your lives and your lifestyles the way you want to live them. You're trying to have your relationships the way that you want to have them. It works for you. Whatever this is that works for you, it's your philosophy. It's your decision to live a certain type of way. Okay. If you take care, I'm picking up on a Taurus that takes care of themselves. They handle their own responsibility. They have a very sweet heart. They're a giver, all right? So you are a Taurus that is an extreme giver. You may get a lot of criticism around how you choose to give or who you want to give to. You may have a lot of people in your life that wants to dictate this about you. They feel like they're trying to protect your image or your reputation or something like that. And they feel like you should be careful about the things that you say because you don't want to really make certain people mad, maybe in high places, or you don't really want to burn certain bridges to opportunities. Discrimination showed up here. We got discrimination popping out. Okay. So this is like someone like, do you really want to like be so quick to go towards a particular situation? Do you really want to be so quick to decline certain offers or things like that? Because everybody needs somebody. Like, whether this is about career or this is about like your elevation in your career and your life purpose and things like that. And there's like people that still have the power to kind of like make your life harder or twist your arm into making a certain decision or controlling your moves in life. I feel like there's someone in your vicinity that is planting seeds of doubt into your mind. This may be someone that you love unconditionally. They are your beloved. You mean the world to me. You are the only thing that matters to me. Oh, baby, baby, baby. So this could be like, a mother figure or someone in your life or a father figure. You respect their opinion. Okay. And this could be like a image consultant. You respect their opinion. This could be someone that you've known your whole life, your best friend. You respect their opinion, and you really want to do something, and you're feeling elated, and you're feeling ecstatic to do something, but at the same time, there's some uncertainty around whether or not your desire to do it is based off of yourself, or if it's based off of the suggestions or the indirect suggestions of the outside world. I feel like there's a Taurus here that's really trying to find their own voice. They're really trying to find their own assertiveness, okay, or assurity in themselves, because they've had so many people in their life kind of helping them navigate this thing called life. Okay. Now, if this is not you, Taurus, this may be spirit giving you confirmation or some type of insight into someone that you're connected to. Could be your person or could be someone close to you. So take it how it resonates. If y'all are new, welcome to Talk Tequila. I am a psychic medium over here on YouTube and other various social media platforms. My friends call me TT, and you are welcome to as well. What else did I need to tell you? I can't remember nothing else. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, because that's what it feels like. If I could describe it, it feels like there's an elephant in the room. And I don't, let's see, what's the elephant in the room, Spirit, that you want to talk about? Practicality. So I heard, let's be real. How easy is it to just stop working a job and go after your life purpose? Let's be real. Okay, so the elephant in the room feels like practical. Let's be real. We're still living on earth. You can't just get up and move and go across the world. That's wishful thinking. It's giving very Virgo energy. It's giving very, you're asking me to just drop everything. I have a whole family and to just be with some type of spiritual lover and all these other things and whoop blah. This could be people coming in, you know, speculating on you really going to give up everything that you've built for a relationship with some magical or fairy tale, fictional fantasy, you know? Let's be real. I feel like, let's keep it honest. Let's keep it real. That's the elephant in the room. How can you be so far gone in your dreams and your fantasies that you forget that everything takes work? Everything takes time. Like, you believe in magic, right? That's great. But magic alone, if that's all it took, there would be fairies everywhere. Bibbity bobbity boo. Okay? What you don't know is that this is someone that's just seducing you. And they are trying to get you to cut off your own supply or cut yourself off from relationships because it's demonic, or they're just trying to get you to leave relationships and chase after some type of fictitious entity, spiritual spouse that's really a demon that's using them and got their head all twirling on a swivel. They're not doing God's work. They're just lustful. They're just doing it because they want to have sex. They want to escape being responsible adults. They want to escape responsibility and taking care of things that they want. And this is just that Jezebel spirit trying to get another person to cut down their tree and go and rescue them. You're falling for the Jezebel. You're falling for an entity that will drain you of everything that you have. You think it's something spiritual. You think it's something magical. You're just being manipulated. Mermaids are not real. It's a demon that got your mind. It's controlling you. And you have forgotten what real intuition is. Real intuition, you should be able to speculate. You should be able to be, weary and unsure and have self-doubt. You should be able to have fear, because fear is the presence of God. This is what their doctrines are teaching you. Fear is the presence of God. Intuition is the realm of a rebel spirit. Intuition is the realm of, I think it's a contrite heart or something. I'm hearing contrite heart. I don't know what the hell that is. Intuition could be anything. It could be any one of them spirits talking to you. Any one of those demons speaking to you. How do you know? You don't know. Because without fear, there's no order. Without fear, there's no dominion over these realms. And until Christ returns, you don't know what's going to happen in time. You don't know, it's like you're full of yourself. You're consuming your own ass. So the skeptics are out here. The skeptics are out. And some of you, if you shared your exciting news and you said that you want to, if you said that you want to resign, you said you want to be an entrepreneur, and it's like, oh, here you come with this damn decision again. Look, everybody want to be this, and everybody is. The signs of the times is showing us that trends have been created as a obvious distraction. Because when there are trends present, you doubt yourself, right? Because everyone's telling you it's just a fad and you're a part of it. But if you look back in history, the trends are based off of the calling that is being answered by so many people around the world. So the trend comes up to cloud the direct messages that are coming in and to distort the communication and make you unsure of who you're listening to or where you're receiving the confirmations from. Like the Tower of Babel. I think it's the Tower of Babel, if I'm not mistaken. Right? What is this? Look at that. I'm telling you. The devil, the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Only the devil promises you happiness. Only the devil promises you joy. None of that is real. It's hard work. It's dedication. It's discipline. It's struggle that guarantees you your 401k at the end. It's months and months and years and years and years of sacrifice, meeting deadlines, losing sleep, working hard that guarantees you a healthy retirement. Without those things, without that type of struggle, without that type of investment, you don't get to sit down and be happy and enjoy your life. You don't deserve. Many people that are mad are those that have spent majority of their life tied to a specific career, tied to a specific relationship, and they're envious because they've already exhausted their time here. They've already sacrificed their youth tied to a relationship that makes them feel like a slave, that makes them feel oppressed, that makes them feel like they can never get out of it. So here you come, Taurus, talking about you want to live, you want to be happy. You just want to love yourself. You sensitive. Oh no. Your friends, family, co-workers, they're going to reinforce to you the elephant in the room. Who's going to want you with those kids? Who's going to want you at your age? Who's going to want you? For those of you in those situations, but who's going to want you with having nothing else to your name but yourself? Who's going to want you like that? Because they've already sold themselves to their marriages, their relationships, their jobs, and they work hard to meet the deadlines of their oppressor. Some of them, their oppressors are their wives or their husbands. For others of them, their oppressors is their wives, their husbands, and their jobs. And it comes full circle. In their 40s, looking like they're hitting 100 because they're unhappy, depressed, anxious, afraid. And then they reinforce that. This is what God wants me to do. This is what God called me to do. And I don't want to upset God, so I stay in it. No, they don't want to go down by themselves, so they pull you with them. Right? Got you doubting yourself. Well, what's the truth? I don't know what's the truth anymore. It's interesting that we got the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Cups. The Ten of Swords, the Nine of Swords. So the devil is leveraging you, negotiating with you. The devil is playing devil's advocate. Because the devil is having fun at the idea that you are aware that this is the strategic move, that you playing chess and not checkers with your own motherfucking life. So the devil is quite amused at your ability to be able to see the choice but struggle to make the choice. So rather than make it for you, the devil will leverage with you. Because it's much more exciting and thrilling to watch you struggle with two very obvious choices. You know the truth, Ace of Swords. You know what you want, Ace of Cups. You know what you feel in your heart, Ace of Cups. But the Two of Swords, man, even if I went back to the past, I have to live the rest of my life knowing that I chose this for myself and be miserable for the rest of my life. And if I chose the Ace of Cups, that will mean I may have to go a period of time by myself, loving myself, and alone until I find something better. So do I go back to living a lie, or do I choose myself over and over and over and over again, even if it means that I have to never be with another person for the rest of my life, even if it means that I'm gonna never find it in another person, but always have it within myself? Are you worth it? That's what the devil is asking you. Are you worth it? You're aware that you've been on a wheel. You're aware that you've been on a karmic cycle. You're aware now that the choice is yours. But you still struggle with making the better option your first choice. Damn. You still struggle with the reality that you no longer have to choose pain as a reason to win again. You are aware that pain doesn't have to be your future. But even with knowing that you're no longer required to choose pain because you're off your karmic wheel, you struggle with wanting a life without pain. Whew, that devil is something serious. Oh my God. And the devil's like, this is the devil. And I pulled out pastries. And they're like, the devil is having a whole, it's an exciting moment for the devil. Because the devil already knows what tempts you, what gets you going, and it's your desire to need to know what's right and what's wrong. You're still struggling. So it's like every time you make it to this green light where you're about to collect your $200 and you're about to get ready to go, it's like you start to, what's that word? What's that thing that they do? You start to play truth or dare. You start to play truth or dare with the truth. Okay, you start to play truth or dare with the truth. With the reality. With the God honest truth. Clarity. You're like, God, make it for me. Make the decision for me. Tell me what you want. Like, what? I gave the choice to you. You're the God. I don't want to be the God anymore. Tell me what I need to do. Tell me what's the right thing to do. And so you go back to jail on this game of life and Monopoly. You go back to jail. You do not get to collect $200 and pass go. Because you're still asking to be controlled. You're still asking for permission to be controlled after you've already received clarity in truth and autonomy. You're still asking a game and a system to tell you the right thing to do. So therefore, you sacrifice yourself. You self-inflict this decision over yourself to put you back where you started. Willingly. No one had to chase you to do it. And this is what the devil knew. The devil knew that these types of situations where your family, your friends, your social environments would tell you a thing or two about your choices and make you feel like you were making the wrong choice was going to be enough to put you back in it over and over again. Because you weren't getting the validation that you needed every single time you walked away. See, here's where you kept messing up. For whoever is resonating with this. You would leave a situation for another situation. Nah, you can't do that. You cut yourself off spiritually when you do that. Because you're making that decision not for yourself. You are not the aspiration of love. You are not the destination. It's outside of you. So as long as it's outside of you, it puts you back in jail. In your own mind. Because nothing that person can do can fulfill you. They can never fill your cup because you're outsourcing your love. The love has to come from within. The love has to overpour into the rest of your reality externally. Right? So every single time you made a decision to walk away from that unhealthy, toxic relationship for the aspiration of something coming in that was better for you, or for the person that you loved, for you guys to run off and have this happily ever after, you were setting yourself up to be right back where you started over and over and over and over again. Because you can't unlock that true love soulmate that's meant for you until you have truly loved yourself. Until you have went throughout your life experience knowing what it feels like to be in love with yourself, to date yourself, to get out there. I'm not saying sit at home on your fingers twiddling your thumbs. I'm talking about travel with yourself, date yourself, be in a spiritual courting relationship with yourself, play house with yourself. So what was making you reinforce this doubt of it being real, or this doubt of it being for you, was the lack of validation of how it manifests. But the devil already knew that it was going to manifest this way for you because it knew your intentions. It knew your heart, that there was a void, that you still needed to feel recognized, validated, appreciated. It wasn't your sole priority. Your value wasn't something that you were in governance over. You were basing it off of the desire of someone desiring you and coming after you, pursuing you, knowing what they want, wanting to build, it was still conventional, right? But if you were moving from a conventional lifestyle of tradition and you were going into an unconventional relationship, the first unconventional aspect is going to be your self-love journey. It is not normal for a person to leave a household, children, marriage, or any of those things just to go and be single. Which is why the karmics have the fucking hardest time believing that all you want to do is go be single by yourself. They like, hell no, that don't even make sense. You're going to leave this shelter, this money, this lifestyle to go and be alone? Nah, you got somebody else. So they wait around trying to catch you slipping, trying to catch you with that person. The block is hot. The block is hot because you're hot. Your frequency is hot. And so the devil is over there like, the devil is having a shit kicker's fit. Okay? Because both of you guys are guarded emotionally for different reasons. The karmic is guarded because they feel swindled. They feel betrayed. They feel like they regret ever meeting you, and that you're leaving them and abandoning them. You're triggering their abandonment wounds. And then you're guarded because you don't want the same repetitive relationship, toxic relationship. But you can't experience nothing new because your heart's still guarded, because you're still trying to validate that you're not doing it for the love of another person. When the truth is, you are. The truth is, you do want love from another person. The truth is, you want love with a particular person. And so you trying to find this person, and you travel in the astral realm. You're trying to get your karmic justice, and you feel defeated, and you feel cold, and you get colder and colder and colder every single time. You feel like, I've made myself available. I've cleared out my energy. I've removed myself from the karmics. Why aren't they coming towards me? Because you still want to control how they discover you, how they find you. You're still trying to control the way the story unfolds for you individually. You're still trying to control the momentum. So much to the point where you're like, I surrender. You're like, I surrender control. I'll even accept whatever you offering. Now you done lowered your standards. What the fuck? All of this is to literally avoid the feeling of being alone. I don't need nobody telling me. You like, I'll just take that person at whatever, whoever they are right now, whatever they are, whatever they are, I'll work through it. Now you want to become somebody else's karmic. I'll help them. I'll help them get better. I'll help them be more. I'll help reassure them. I'll help them get over their obsessive need of being a workaholic. I'll help them get over their emotional insecurities. I'll help them. I'll lift their spirits. Now you're ready to sacrifice yourself and be a master magician and a performer because you're impatient. Because you're tired of waiting. And you believe that your sweet nature and your unconditional love is enough to bring anything from the dead back to life. And when I say dead, I mean spiritually, emotionally, and physically dead. Some of them even mentally dead. You ready to bring Frankenstein back to life. Frankenstein knew when he was being manipulated. Just say it. You could quickly become the next karmic in somebody else's journey and become unqualified if you haven't changed your perspective about love and self-love, the self-love journey. If you haven't earned the wisdom throughout these transitions, if you haven't discovered the gems, if you haven't learned how to apply that wisdom and to elevate your mind, body, and spirit, if you have not chosen this for yourself and you still feel like it's being done to you and spirit is making it happen for you, you're unable to see how spirit is making it happen for you, you're victimizing yourself, and the devil is having a ball. The devil is having a ball with this entire thing. Since you've been young, you've battled with this. You've battled with this. You've battled back and forth. You've astral traveled. You've talked back. The devil let you do what you want to do. Okay? The majority of you, it's just your shadow. It's just you and your shadow out here in these streets. You at war with yourself. And ain't nobody else but you. And you and you and you. And some of you guys have made a mess of your shadow, compartmentalizing and distorting the perception of your realities. And that's just how Spirit is showing it to me. I have no control over this aspect. I'm just a messenger. I just be channeling. Okay? Oh my God. We have great diviner. And a lot of you guys are mediums. You are diviners. You read water. You read bones. You read the skies. You read smoke. But somebody got to be willing to tell you when you're blowing smoke out your ass. That's pretty much what Spirit is saying. Somebody got to be willing to tell you. I don't care how devout your slippers are and how tight your robes be or how much money is thrown your way. This goes for the spiritualist as well. You have to go through your sacraments. You cannot skip those parts, no matter how intuitive you believe yourselves to be. You always die first. And I mean that metaphorically, sometimes physically, mentally, and spiritually. Just depends, So we have Orunmila. Orunmila. 95. Alright, my battery's about to die, so let's read this thing, okay? Let's read it. It says Orunmila is often referred to as Ifa and saw the beginning of creation. He embodies wisdom and understanding through all destinies. He sits in front of a bright blue sky with his legs stretched out before him, a slight bend in the knee. He wears a yellow and green robe and sits as the great diviner. With this cowrie shells beside him in a pile, in front of his lap sits a mirror with golden flakes on it, where the shells fall. He creates a mark of 1 or 2 straight lines to decipher their message, something that has taken him many years of practice. He uses these readings to determine the outcome of any situation and come to you when it is time for you to be called to action. Ifa is the path of the males in Nigerian divination, and the stern look on his face reminds you that he means business. He knows all the secrets about creation, and a candle sits at the front of the card to symbolize this. He is immensely powerful. Some say more powerful than other Orishas. Orunmila has his divining chain, Opele, and his palm nuts around his seat to symbolize what he brought to humanity as a guide. Taurus, I'm sending you lots of love, wisdom, and guidance on your journey. I love you. Bye.